Okay, so for this activity, for number one, it says to rotate segment AB 9 degrees counterclockwise around center B. Then you have to label the A as C. Then you have to write down the coordinates. So the first thing that I did was I traced my line segment on my piece of tracing paper. All right, so let's line it back up. And it said to use around center B. So you would hold your pencil right on the point where it says B. Because I made it on the side of my paper, I know that one turn will bring it to a 90-degree angle. So if I lay it here and I take it 90 degrees counterclockwise, I just have to turn one turn around. Then it should land exactly where I need it to be. So then I'm going to push down hard on my point. I don't have to do B because it's going to be the same because the center is not going to change. So I'm just going to make sure my paper, I push down on my paper so I can, my bump will show and I can put my point. Then I'm going to take my protractor and I'm going to trace my line. I'm going to do it in color so y'all will be able to see better. So take your protractor, so we're straight edge, and trace your line segment. And we had to label this one C. Then we had to also, down below, it says to what are the coordinates of it. So remember, C would be, you always do X first, so that would be 3, and that would be -2. Alright, so that will be done. So then number 2 says that, let me see, it says that to rotate AB, the same line segment we just did, counterclockwise using center A. Then we have to label the image of B as D. Okay, then we have to also write down the coordinates. So once again, you can use that same sheet of tracing paper with the same line, line it back up, get it real nice and straight on your paper. Then it says to go around center A, and remember this time we're also going to go counterclockwise, and we got to move it 90 degrees, so that's going to be one turn of your paper all the way. So that's my turn. So I'm going to push down hard. Oh, can't see that, can you? So let me move it down a little bit. There we go. So let me do that again because you might not have seen me do it. So line it back up, put your pencil onto A, and hold it down because you're rotating around center A. You're going counterclockwise, so you just move it one full turn, and that will be pushed down hard so it'll show up on your paper. And then you can kind of move your paper and go ahead and push a point there. And use your protractor. Get it straight. Connect your points. Connect your points. And draw your line. But when I do this, I always like to go ahead and check to make sure I'm getting it accurate. So I'm going to go ahead with my protractor and make sure I got them both 90 degrees. And that one says 90, so that one looks good. And this one is 90 also, so that one looks good. So we look very good on that. Okay. And we had to label this one, let's see, we had to label the A stays the same. So then we just need to label this one D. And write our coordinates down for D. So we do X first. So that would be 1, they went over 1, then it goes up 7, so that would be 1 and 7. Okay, and then we have another one that we have to do. It says we need to rotate it around 0, 0, or that's better known as the origin. And we're also going to do this 90 degrees, but this time we're going to go clockwise. And we have to label the image of A and E as B. We're going to change, when we move around, we're going to change it to BF. Then we'll have to write down the coordinates for both. I think that should be BF. They got E. Yeah, I think that's supposed to be BF there. So let's look at it. So I'm going to put this on here. And Now it says to move around the origin, which is 0, 0. Okay, and if you wanted to, you could kind of go like, make you like a right angle right here. That would also be easy because when you put your pencil there and hold it down, you can see when this line moves down to the next one, it'll be a whole turn, and that will be a right angle or 90 degrees. Then just go ahead and push your pencil down, make your point, and make one down here. Then you can connect your dots or your points. So let me do it in a color so you can kind of see better. So that should have been right here. Right there's my point. So I'm going to try to get it close up straight as I can. Well, let me put the points on there so you can see. There's one, and here's one. That'll make it show up a little better for you. So then let me connect my points. It should look like that. And it said to label them, I think it says B, and F. And let's see, our coordinates for B would be 3, 0. And my coordinates for F would be 2 and -4, as we're going down under the origin. Okay, and let me see, what does it says compare the two 90-degree counterclockwise rotations of segment AB. What is the same about the images of rotations, and what is different? If you can see that these ones kind of make us pair of parallel lines right here. I thought that was pretty cool. So the 90-degree rotations mean that the segments are going in the same direction. The 90-degree ones they're going in the same direction, as you can see, but they wind up in different places because we didn't rotate them around the same center rotation as you